Hi everybody. I'm really deeply moved inside with all the things that actually happening. And somehow, on one side, it really is a deep pain I feel inside of my heart. And on the other side, it's also I see this great possibility. But lately, I get news where I really don't like to share, but they're really terrible. A lot of people of us know already about what is happening and I mean, I'm not talking especially about a thing. I mean, there's a coronavirus. You can think what you want about it. You can think it is the worst thing that happens. You can think it's just another virus that comes every year. Whatever you think, or you can think about manipulations and taking away channels and or different kind of news. But it looks like there are two parts. It looks like there are two parts fighting. The official part, the mainstream, and the alternative part. And I like to think about a third path, a third way, where we don't fight anymore against nobody. Because when we fight against somebody, I hear a lot of people, I get a lot of information when we talk about from the alternative part, from the scene of the people who works more for the people and for natural way of living and for a humane society, the world's fighting and the bad guys. And I really believe, and I really feel deep inside and have this deep need inside to share this. Let us go at another path. I mean, it's good to be aware about what is wrong, of course, and about our madness. But I think we are too strongly focused on this. It is good to have it in mind. Okay, the same as you when you're sick, you're aware of your disease. But what you should focus on is on the healing, on the good being, on the basically goodness. And I call this, I mean, or let us say it better first, what we should not do. We should not do a revolution. I mean, what is happening now can be an invitation to make a revolution, and it will be justified. But revolutions are violence, destructive. And they are not really going deep down to the thing where we really have to go. Because we have already a lot of revolutions and we get some progress. But look where we have came now after all the revolutions we have made. And there's also this game word. I mean, when we say revolution, we think about change. But the word it really means not make a change. It means spinning around, turning around, going back, turn it back. That's the real meaning of the word revolution. So to use it for change, it really actually don't mean change. I like to bring in another word, a radical evolution. And that's what I believe we need. A radical evolution. Sorry, a radical evolution. You know, actually the word revolution takes this in. Take the R/evolution. Radical evolution. I think that is the path where we have to go. Because everything we see, what is happening now, and anything what's happened anyway, is expression about what we think, feel, about our innerness. And when our innerness is based on fear, there will be a fearful society. But when our innerness is based on serenity and peace, there will be a peaceful and serene society. So, I will now focus more on this, on the radical revolution. And we have to make a radical revolution. And in this sense, I will only use the negative information in the context of the radical revolution. But this, because this is the chance we have. And when we forget now all the things that what happened in the last weeks, this is now a big moment in time where we can come together. It is really in our hands. It starts with each one of us, with you and me. Let's not get in the negative field. Or better to say, let's get in the life field. Forget about good and bad, right and wrong. And let's work with what is real. There is this saying, some people see the glass half full and some people half empty. These are the two parts what we have actually in our society. And meanwhile we have these two parts, there will be always a conflict because they are opposite. But why not see the glass and the water? Instead of entering in half full or half empty. There is water and there is a glass. Or when we transform this to life, there is the content of life and there is life. And that's the third way, what I believe in. And I think with all the stupidity and all this craziness what's happened lately, it can give us a push to it, to understand a third way, to stop fighting. Because behind all this kind of madness are humans. And one thing, what we learn when we talk about power, so more power you have, so more empty you are. feel sorry for this ruling class. Their hearts must be colder than stone when they don't feel anymore what life means, what life is about. I mean, all these Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and these people, they really believe that bullshit they tell to themselves. But when they go inside of themselves, they will not have no sleep, quiet sleep in the night. They can't have. Because when you're in the power game, you are on a level of consciousness where you will have be always the fear and the nag. You always will be afraid that somebody will take away from you, or somebody will have more power. Of course, this is not justifying what the people are doing. But put things in the real place. What makes a human a human? What makes us really somehow special? Not special in the way that we stand above nature or above animals, but special, what makes us special is the capacity to feel compassion, empathy, understanding, interconnectedness, relationships based on the intention for well-being for everybody. This makes us different. And when we don't have this, we actually have nothing. And there is our focus. And in this, even the bad guys, so to say, in the bottom of the heart, they want this. And they are also slaves. Slaves in gold and silk, true, but they are slaves. You will find no wise woman or wise man who want to reach power. You will never find it, and you will never find it, because wise people don't search for this kind of things. It's just wasting your time. So let's go for this path. Let's become real human conscious people. I dedicate my life to this. And every time more. There is this third path. There is this third way we can go. There are plenty of tools, plenty of options, plenty of frameworks that already exist. We don't have to start at zero. I will present them from now on more focus on the third way, to share this with you and invite you also to share it with the people. And for this, in this way, we can change. Let's make a radical evolution. Let's become evolutionaries, not revolutionaries, evolutionaries. To expand, to unfold, to develop. That is what makes us human. For this, sometimes we have to say no. But in the first place, we have to say no to the things we don't like. But this is just a little part of it. The most important thing is we have to say yes. And we have to offer, and we have to live the alternatives. And it starts with us, in our own being. In how we get up in the morning. We are serene, we are at peace. And from there, we build up a new world, a world where we live not to get money or to get rich, where we live to realize ourselves, to find our own individual meaning in life, but without harming other ones, in synchronization, in harmony with the rest. And this everybody has to decide for himself, for herself. That's the way. And when each person who finds this will be never again feeling fear. And with this, the change will come. Okay, this is actually what I like to share. The old ways they say, God bless you. I don't believe in this kind of gods or stuff like this, but it's a way of saying. Today maybe we say, be conscious about what it means to be alive, and be conscious about this miracle. And take this realization, share it, and bring it in the world to manifestate it in a society which reflects the miracle of life. Let's go for this. Today I was really emotional because I really deeply believe this is what we have to do. Thank you very much. Take care.